decided to come back with this one. This is Emmy. I've only got 29% battery, so I won't be on here very long, but oh. Frick. Right there, maybe? Okay. So this one, 14-year-old, probably, we don't quite know, but probably just quarter pony. One of my aunt's 7-year-old clients just got her, and obviously, because I'm the only one small enough, because I'm like 100 pounds, I'm the only one that can ride her right now. So that's what we're doing. We're kind of feisty. People have obviously not handled her very well. She was very hard in the mouth. Well, so depending on how you play hard, because she doesn't brace. But if you pull on her, a lot of times she'll toss her head up. As I posted a video about the other day. As you can see now, we're definitely just a second ride after about an hour of riding her the last time. She's definitely giving her nose around better and not tossing it up and trying to hit me in the face with it. So we do a little bit, but we're getting better. Hope. My freaking battery thing. Okay. But it's gonna take probably at least a couple months to fix, or at least lower the probability of her doing that. But I don't want her to say, so what kids often do is they'll lean forward when they pull back, and that's not a good combination. So we're just trying to fix that, and also just because she's obviously used to a bigger bit, used to being almost just painful, right? So we're just trying to clear it soft enough, not be so touchy and stuff with it. We want her to be soft, but we don't want her to be scared. And I feel like the more I ride her in the snaffle, the more she's kind of figuring out, like, oh, you're not going to bop me in the face with a big old bit that's going to hurt me. So, you know, this is an improvement. This is a lot better. She's kind of learned how to give her nose a little bit, like the pony. Which I worked on this stuff the first time. And like I said, it was about an hour or so. I feel like at some point she might have done a little bit of it. She doesn't like to give her nose as much this way. But it is, like I said, getting better. So, for her, how I started doing that is, for some reason, when I put my hand down here, she follows it. So, how I've been teaching her to give her nose is just, I'll pull on this rein a little bit, and then I'll put my hand down, and she was doing that, and it's definitely clicked. So, obviously that doesn't work with every horse. I just figured out that for some reason she put the nose down and do that, so that has worked for us. And that has got her softened up a little bit, because she would not, the first ride she would not do this at all. She would just sit there and toss and toss and toss as soon as I pulled on her even a little bit. And so we're just kind of working on this a lot. Another thing she does is, when she trots, a lot of people, especially on ponies like this, a lot of kids, it's either they're holding them back really hard, or they're kicking them forward. So as soon as you're not holding her back, she's just thinking that she should run. Well, that's the issue. So we've just been working on, soon I'll drop the rein, and then she'll see that, I'll just kind of slow her down. And then, just repeat that until she kind of gets the memo, like, oh, just go slow, just because you dropped the rein doesn't mean it's the racehorse time. Her trot was way worse last time, so this is a lot better. She'll also do that a little bit, and don't like that for her. We have a little bit of fight, as you can see. What she'll do is she'll try to pull you down on her neck. Again, I try to be as soft as I can, and then as soon as she speeds up, I just ask her to slow down again. We're feisty today, so she has a horse in here and we left, so we're a little bit upset now. Like I said, she's 14, so she should be used to that. She also got about an hour of tie up. If you watched my last live stream, she was in here the whole time with that little horse just tied up because she paused and was just a little bit impatient, so she actually we're just letting her stand for a little bit, be a little more patient, not move around much because that can my main goal of her is just, she needs to be safe. So, then we work on her, giving her nose a little bit here. See, she does not want to. It's okay, she doesn't really know what I'm asking. We worked on this a little bit last time. This is what she's most hesitant about. See, there's a lot of head tossing. I'm being very soft on her. I'm barely touching her nose. I'm just asking for her to tuck in a little bit. And there she kind of did that. There she kind of did. But then she immediately tried to brush off again. Good girl. Go a little bit. There you go. Good girl. And then when she tosses her head up, she doesn't really get a release. I'm not releasing because the more I release, the more she thinks that that's acceptable and is okay. And she's just doing that to escape because she thinks it's going to be painful. She hasn't had much guidance. So, like I said, I'm not trying to hurt her to fix this. I'm just teaching her that if she gives her nose, it's a much better outcome than if she tosses it up and tries to take it out. It's going to be a long process, but that's what I'm here for. That's why I do this. I don't mind horses like this. In fact, I love dealing with this way more than I do dealing with a horse that races and bites the bit and tries to run with you. That's a little more dangerous, a little more scary. I don't want this little, I'm going to top my head every once in a while. That's not half as bad as I'm going to bite the bit and run with it, or go ahead and break her eye and you just can't do anything. She's very forward, which I don't mind. She's not very stubborn, but she just doesn't understand, which is okay. We'll work through it. She wants to work, and that's why she is doing this, because she thinks that I want her to just go modify it, and which is not the case. So we're just working all over this stuff. Like I said, I try to give her a head, but she does. That's this kind of constant pull, which again, I don't like to have to constantly pull on. So until I ask, see, I'd rather speed them up than have to constantly slow them down and worry if I have brakes. So there you go. And then she likes to work, so as soon as she gives me her nose and stops, I let her do what she wants, which is follow her. The reason she likes to or wants to do that is because she's been basically conditioned to do that. No other horse would do like this. But we're going to just want her to be calm. We don't want her to be calm. So another thing is when I get really tense and stiff, it's sometimes hard to keep really loose when you're trying to keep track of all these things and try to keep the horse from pulling and getting a bit of stuff. She's already getting it. When I pull on the ring, she gets in her head, I let go. Good. Good. But if you see me moving my shoulders like this, basically I'm just reminding myself to follow her movement and kind of keep a smooth rhythm and not tense. So I can't get tense when I can't do that, so it kind of reminds me. So that's the goal right now, but we're just going to keep on until she kind of gets the memo, and then I'll work about stopping and stuff later and tossing the head, because the tossing the head is not as bad as the speed trotting and trying to take off. So now we'll work on the speed trot and trying to take off part. do that. And I'm just saying, no, it doesn't make it so you don't have to do what I'm asking, because it's always important that they do what you're asking. I'm just saying, hey, you know, soften up a little bit, don't toss your head, and you get to go forward. Good girl. Again, because of how well she took to the collecting, I think she's been taught before, but whoever formerly handled her did not. And when kids ride ponies like this, obviously didn't know fault of their own, they tend to get a little rusty on the basics, and they just basically, you know, pull out when you turn out, pull out when you turn out, and pull back when you stop, and that's all horses know. They don't know how to go off your seat, they don't know how to go off your legs, they don't know inside right and outside right, they don't know any of that. So we just working off that a little bit. This is so much better. She's carrying herself upwards, she's not sprawled out and just speed trotting in a circle anymore. Now this is still kind of fast. But the other day's trot was a little more wild, so I'm just being a little more we can make. And this one's a lot more even. Man, it's hard to post for a trot, she's so choppy. Whenever, if I were to really give her a minute, she usually goes into this really fast, just absolute speed trot, and just goes through it. Which is why really I need to do more of it. Easy. And I will. But like I said, it'll take time. And also hold your back a little bit more. We'll also keep her as not allowed to speed trot. Easy. But never the immediate release of reins should be full speed ahead. Because that's just, like, obviously you can't constantly pull on your own face. It's not. And I've had to fix so many of these problems. And some of them are a little less fixable. I think her problems and issues will be a lot more. And I don't mind if she puts her head down, because as long as she's not dragging her nose on the ground and trying to pull me off, and as long as she's not throwing her head up in mine, I don't really care, even if she does pull on a little bit. That's a problem that we deal with later. And it'll be easier to convert that to be giving to the bit, which right now, kind of what she's doing, she's trying to give me what I want, but she's also not trying to pull me off. So every time she does and slows down, I give her a little bit of release. I see nothing wrong with the little head knots. It is a little bit of impatience, how fast she's doing it, but that's okay. Like I said, this squat is 10 times better than what we had this day, so I'm super happy with that. So she's had a few days off. I can't expect her to be absolutely perfect after that. But it was so much more balanced, so much more focused, and just so much more better. So much better for her. Just to have some. I'm not expecting her to do the games. I'm not expecting her to low. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to stuff it. The more she gets used to that simple, calm, no stress, the better. Her owner won't be gaming for a little while. Because of the original goal. This is what you basically call a blown-up barrel horse, and we're just fixing it one step at a time. And believe it or not, it does not start in the game with first right here. Because if you can't even have a calm circle in the arena, and now you need to go out there and have a calm circle before the events. You gotta kind of restore the brain here, because it's been wrecked basically. And it's very, very common. In any discipline also, but it is very common in gaming and barrel racing. But really, I've seen just as many jumpers and stuff that are just jacked to the feet, and you can't do anything on them. And a lot of times jumpers, a lot of people keep too much contact with them. They really, you try to pull and the horse just braces really hard and you can't get them to do anything. And I've dealt with both. But right now, this little Western pony ponies, rather than racing, because usually they learn that with the flash, I feel like. So usually with the racing, they learn that because they can't open their mouth or toss their head up to get away from it. No big hurry. No rush. We've been doing the same circle for a while. I was a bit bored. It's just kind of looking, they just need to realize, we're not going to go do anything exciting. We don't need to be jacked up and ready to go. Sometimes you just need a relaxing ride, and sometimes on these horses that's impossible to do. But it has to be fixed for everyone's safety and for their own mental health and such. And yeah. Oh. I would totally get a microphone, but low on money. My budget is not there. I would usually, I'll carry my phone with me, but like trotting on this pony one-handed, trying to carry my phone is not. Like I said, we're just trying to get her to relax. Which, by the way, we're doing a nice relaxed walk with our reins loose, which I could not do the first time, so this is an improvement. Like I said, she's pretty smart, despite being 14, because sometimes once they're that age, they get a little set in their ways, and they won't revert back to what you're asking of them. But she's doing pretty good. The more safe I can make her for a little kid, the better. The little kid that bought her is only 7, so not quite the strength or experience to get her to calm down and take a step back, but can we do without tossing our head? Oh my goodness, first stop without tossing the head. Oh, well, we stopped and then we tossed the head, but still better than, I'd rather her do that than when I pull on her, because usually it's dang, I'm so out of breath. Any pressure that I put on her, she usually tosses her head too, so if I can stop her without that, that's great. And it's a little bit of impatience as well, but we're getting there. Like I said, she's been basically conditioned to just be jacked up all the time, which is not ideal, so just addressing that one step at a time. Like I said, I could not walk her around like this the first day, even after trotting for a long time. There was no way. So this is a big improvement, especially for only the second ride. And our little kid rides tomorrow, so this should hopefully help a lot with that. And I try to use only as much pressure as a kid would, unless I absolutely have to. Because obviously, like I said, she's not as strong, so she's not able to pull her back. And we want her to react to just the littlest amount of pressure in general. So I take it there had been some older kids that rode her before, but just bigger bits and stuff. And a lot of times when they do that, then not only bigger bits, but constantly pulling on them, and then they become really hard in the mouth. Or in her case, like I said earlier, she's become so that she tosses her head up to escape the pressure. So this is a lot better, but I prefer that again because it's easier to fix and it's, oh my gosh, no. Yep, we're gonna do stuff like that too because she's a pony and kids let them stop their halters. But it's a lot easier to fix them tossing their head up than it is to fix bracing on the bit. Because when they brace, you can't really teach them to give as fast as you can teach them to give if they're just tossing their head up. Because basically what I've been doing with her, as I shown earlier, is when she tosses her head up, I just don't release, and then when she puts her head down, I release, and I'm like, okay, there. And I give pets and stuff. And she kind of gets the idea that that's better than tossing her head up and trying to wiggle all over the place. Yeah. Anyways, my phone is at 4% battery. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and turn it off so I can make it up to the house with light.